Hello, hello. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel. I just feel like making some envelopes and I just decided to go live. So this is an impromptu. I've got a variety of different papers. Of course, now my phone is going to be dinging. Ding, 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 ding. So I'm not sure if anyone can join me, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to throw on the camera. No idea, really. I have an idea. That's a lie. I do have an idea of what I want to do. Don't know if it's going to work out. Just saying. But I was inspired by a gal that Ann Lar tipped us off to. The Bohemian. No, I don't think it's the. Oh, it could be the Bohemian or Bohemian Crafting. Anyway, she has absolutely beautiful envelopes that she uses in her journals. So I just pulled out a variety of paper. Now I need to get I'm just going to start right in here because, I should really have a little cheat sheet here so I don't have to keep looking at my grid. I want to make a variety of sizes. I'm going to try to get a couple done. I have a flaw in that when I go to make something, I always want to make a lot of them. I don't know. It's just crazy, but I'm going to try to control myself. I needed some caffeine. I can make coffee, but I took a run to Dunkin'. All right, so I don't want, okay, so I have my little envelope punch board here. And so I'm looking at 4x8. That's kind of a big 9x. All right, I'm just not good with sizes. So I'm not sure if I want to do them all the same size. Some of my paper's smaller, so some of those will have to be smaller. So if I have a 9 by 5/8, okay, it's 4 by 8. Oh, that's way too big. Okay, maybe a 4 by 6 size. So we're talking 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And the score line is 3 3/8. And then a 4 by 4 might be nice as well. So what did I say this one? Okay, so this is a 4 by 6. And then if I do a 4 by 4, I need 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. And my score line is 3 1/2. I might start out with those two. I just need to know what size paper to start cutting. And then I need to tell my sisters I'm streaming. All right. Well, I may be home alone, but see, this will record and then I will post it. So hopefully I'll have some replayers. All right, so I pulled out some, I love paper. Shocker. So I have a lot of different types of paper that I want to use for journaling a lot, right? So this is a nice weight paper from a big atlas. I use most of this paper up. The thing is with making the envelopes, I have no clue how to tell where to cut your paper so so you end up with what you want on the front. But maybe I'll get better at it as I do it. Probably not. I'm a little dyslexic with things. So I'm going to start out with some of this map paper, this atlas paper. And let me do the bigger size. This is for a 4x6. So I've got my big cutter out. And I want to cut 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Now I want to make them in sets of 2s because the twist that I want to do on my envelopes will require 2 envelopes that kind of coordinate. All right, so let me get to my 8 1/4. So that's a half, and there's a quarter. And then let's see if and then I want this by 8 1/4. And then I want something to coordinate with that. So let me, this is kind of specific. Let me just go with another map piece. This one's very pretty. It's got pretty colors. All right, so we'll go 8 1/4 again. Now I'm going to save these little cutoff pieces because I don't know about decorating, you know, what I'm going to do. Barbara's in the house. Hello, Medea. Hello. Oh, Barbara, I am so sorry. I knocked you out the other night. What was it, at Murray's? I was on my phone and I get a little wound up when I see those bots come in, and I was trying to get them fast on my phone, and then I got you. I didn't mean to, my dear. I didn't mean to. I hope you're doing well, staying dry. Okay, so these two, I should have gotten some posties out here because my brain will not remember. Oh, thank you. I was so afraid you weren't going to love me anymore. I keep putting... Now, there's a paper clip. It's got a little puff ball stuck in the side of it. A little puffer. All right, so this is my... Oh, my gosh. I tap my mouse, and I see my beautiful grandchildren, which is great, but then I can't see you guys. Okay, so this one, my score line is going to be 3 3/8. And then I'm just going to put those together. Okay, this is how weird I am. So I'm looking for paper to make beautiful envelopes, right? And I have these like botanical prints. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I still can't cut them, okay? Puff the magic paperclip lives by the sea. Don't encourage me. I'm in a singing mood. Shocker. So then I couldn't find my tub of, good paper. So I finally found that. Oh my gosh. I have Graphic 45. I had no idea I had. Like, how can you not remember that you bought Graphic 45? Okay. All right. So this is a gardening book that I purchased a while ago. I've used a lot of these pages. Look at this vegetable. But I think they might look, they are a nice weight paper, and I think they will make a nice size, a nice envelope for like a gardening journal. Tubbo paper, y'all. So this is a little smaller, so let's do 6 7/8. See, now I got to figure out where the heck that cut line is. I don't do rulers very well. All right, so it's 6 1/2. So 7/8 has got to be there, right? Okay, I want to cut off. I gotta go back to my scrapbooking days and make sure. So if I cut that there, then I have to go this way. This way. Okay, I want to try to leave the little fella on there. But see, this is where, all right, I'm going to just take a little bit off of the edge where it was glued to the span. I think he might best go this way. So 7/8 is, oops, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I would have cut it wrong. What a goober. Why was 9 a Fred? Why was 9 afraid of 6? Why was 9 afraid of 6? I don't know. Because he was 3? Because he doesn't like math? Because he... All right, I really am liking these pages with the words. I like words. I don't like to read books, but I like words. So I'm going to take me a little hunka-chunka off of here. Hunka-chunka. I was so bored. I was looking to see if maybe Aunt Beck had her room open. And then I checked my schedule. Jen Wren, course 7, 8, 9. Oh, she's a genius. Hello, Jen. It's the comedy hour. All right, Gardner's Dictionary. I might want a couple of these. So let me, while I have these. See, I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to get that on the front. I think most of these I'm probably not going to get most of this on the front. I kind of like those vegetables. Yeah. Okay, I should have told my husband I was streaming. But I'll give him a shout out when I hear him come in. Scrambled eggs for brains. All right, so I'm going to make my envelopes in sets of 2 because of my twist. I know somebody else has done this, but I haven't. All right, I have not looked at videos or tutorials that are, extensively related to making envelopes for journals. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while. And then Ann Lahr recommended watching this Bohemian Craft Lady. And I just happened to see one pop up, and she was making envelopes. Her envelopes are to die for. Okay? True, true, true. All right, so this is a 4x4. I just want to write down the score line. So these, I need to score these at 3 1/2. Now I'm just going to throw those up there. And I'm going to grab me a couple little. Now I'm not going to do my graphic 45 papers yet. I want to try a couple of these other book page papers. Now I have all these beautiful papers. Hi, Dana. How are you? Dana, I keep forgetting that I want to watch when you're on, and then my brain goes and I forget. When did Dana, who was on? Was it Aunt? No. Mrs. Gigi. Are you going on with Mrs. Gigi sometime soon? June. Today? Is it today? June 1st? Later today? Were you on this morning? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Please let me know. All right, so I have this. I love things related to Europe. And not just because my bonus son is there, but because I just, I love it there. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. And I bought this book that had all these beautiful English cottage pictures. See, but then what do you do with them? Because you have to fold them to put them in for a journal page. You know, I know all that jazz, but I thought, you know what? Maybe I should make a couple of envelopes. First of the month, who said white wabbits? White wabbits? White wabbits. All right, so this is going to be 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. 8 1/4. But I don't know if it's 8 1/4 this way. Aha, there's the rub. All right, so what's my, this might have to be smaller. 6 7/8. We're going to have to go with that. 6 7/8. The other day I was singing the Herman Hermit song. My poor husband. It's like a little less noise in the kitchen, please. The Henry VIII one. I'm Henry VIII, I am. I don't know. I'm thinking of that because I'm cutting these pictures that are English. Oh, see, now I don't want to cut most of that off. So let me just give a trim. Welcome to anyone who's come in to the madness, to the warped mind of Pink Girly. I was thinking I could open a room sometime and people could come in, but you got to tell people, and I haven't told anybody that I could do that sometimes, because sometimes I just get lonely. All right, now I need a second sheet. Did I not pull 4 of these? Oh, there's one. Doing them in 2s, 2 by 2. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Through the gate and up the garden path. Now that's what I'm talking about, girls, okay? I want a second home. Right there. Jen says, all right, we say white wabbits on the first of the month because it's supposed to bring good luck for the rest of the month. Get out of town. I didn't know it. And then Jen says, I always get my hat. It has 3 corners stuck in my head. Oh, like an earworm. All right, so let me trim a little bit off the edge where I've just made a tear. And this has to be the 6 7/8. 3 corners has my hat. If it did not have 3 corners, then it would not be my hat. Well, there you go. All right, if I cut that part, then I'm going to lose the cottage. I might lose most of the cottage anyway. Now, the Bohemian craft lady, she used her embosser. She did all kinds of stuff with her envelopes. They really are darling. So I have my embosser sitting off to the side here. Should I feel like I want to do that, but I'm not using too much. I don't think I'm going to use too much in the way of plain papier. All right, so this is going to be, this is a cottage garden topiary. Oh. I keep remembering things of the trip that my son and I took really not that long ago. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I cut that wrong, guys. All right, let's see. Did I not go the other way? I didn't go the other way. All right, so now I've got 2 sets of those, I believe. And they're the smaller. So, oh, you know what? I can just clip those. Instead of having 125, I can just clip those to that. Oh, I should know that. I'm pretty good. I should know that. I've watched quite a bit of Seinfeld, but my head's like a sieve, really, when it comes to a lot of that stuff. There's certain things I remember, like, do you have a square you can spare? Okay, this is from is Sue from Boston. Barbara is from Canada. I am originally from Pennsylvania and now living in New Jersey. This was an older cookbook. I just love the pictures, so of course I took it all apart. Now let's just see how wide this baby is. I might have to get a different size measurement here. Oh, it's 7, so I can do the 6 3/4. No, 6 7/8. Oh dear Lord. It's just barely gonna, well, we're gonna see how it turns out. Funny story. When my bonus son was getting married in 2015, by the end of okay. He wanted me to come over for his wedding. He had only intended to invite me and my husband. But when I told my family that I was going over for his wedding, other family members started to say, that they were going. So when it was all said and done, there were 9 of us that ended up going to the wedding. My husband was not one of the 9. My husband thinks for some reason he's indispensable at his job, number 1. Number 2, he just has no desire to go to Europe. Okay? I've always wanted to stay at the Stackyard Inn. Oh, Babs. I think it looks quite lovely, though. See, these could give me a problem. Maybe I should go smaller. Now that I've already cut this one. All right, what did Lori do with the envelope cutter machine here? The envelope. Okay, I'm just going to do these next sets, and then I'm going to start punching. All right, so that's a 4x4. How can that paper size for a 3.5 by 8? Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Uh-oh. Dog alert. 6x6. That might be better. Score line 2 5/8. Let's see here. I'm going to write it down. 6x6 is my paper size. So I need a 6x6, and my score line is 2 5/8. And my envelope size is a lovely 3x4. I'm going to cut these together. I don't know why my computer, I feel like my computer is further away from my face today. I'm not lining these up right. I better do one by one. We'll do 6 that away, and we'll do 6 this away and that away, this away and that away. Okay, I'm just going to say this right up front. When I tell you what my twist is, you're going to be so disappointed. Sorry. Just saying. All right, now I have plenty of paper sitting around me that I can, cut more. Should I, really be speedy at this? I think I'm going to have to set up my phone so I can see chat better. I think perhaps I need to have my eyes checked. All right, let's see if I can do this without running my chair into my cutter. Oh, so I was telling you a funny story. Well, it's funny to me. So when I went to England for my bonus son's wedding, had my mom with me, and she was 86, I think, at the time. And we did have a wheelchair with us, but there was just some things that we just couldn't do, like to get her on. We could get her on the metro, but where we were staying, you had to go up, oh my gosh, I don't know, 12, 15 metal steps to get up on a platform to get on the, what is it over there, the tube? Yeah, I think what's the metros in France, the tube. So some of that stuff, we just couldn't do it. So we stayed back the one day. My mom and I stayed back the one day, and we went to a mall, indoor stores mall, and they were getting ready to close. And we were looking at this little gift shop, and we were looking at handbags. And of course, we were talking. What do you think about this? We didn't. There were 2 young ladies, sweeping up and getting ready to close for the evening. And the one girl asked where we were from when we were paying for our purchases, and the other girl said, "I know where she's from." I said, "You do?" She said, "Yes, you're from Philadelphia." I'm like, "What?" And she said I had an accent, and she could tell that I was from Philadelphia. How about that? A beautiful young lady with a beautiful English accent told me I had a Philly accent, and she recognized it. Okay, so this is going to be the 3x4 envelope, and I'm scoring. Oh, let me get my little score thing out here. All right, so I don't want to mess this up. 2 and 5 ace, and I'm going to give a little punch and score. You don't know how many times I do this and forget to punch. Ooh, I went off the grid there. So Dana, if you told me when you are streaming, I missed it. See, now I just don't know how to cut the paper. See, most of this, but that's all right. With my twist, it doesn't matter. All right, what am I missing here? I've had several people tell me I'm from Ohio. Now, I grew up in Arizona, but most of my family, get out. So you caught the accent from your family. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And then people, of course, have told me a Jersey accent now, but where I grew up in Pennsylvania is very close to the Jersey border. I'm really not a Jersey girl. I'm a Pennsylvania girl. Oops, I keep going astray. I don't think that's going to matter. I mean, this is pretty nice paper weight-wise, but I don't want to, you know, cut through it. So I'm trying to be a little gentler. See, now that they're scored and like this, I don't have to worry about tagging them. I know, Jen, right? I don't hear an accent when I speak either. Now, when Ann Lar speaks, oh my gosh, I love Ann Lar, okay? And I love the way she pronounces some of her words. She's from New York. Aside from the fact that she's an absolute hoot. Now, I don't want to get myself confused here. I just took off. No, this is 3.5. This one's over here. So these pages I have to score. Oh, are you kidding me? That paper clip just dug into my paper. I find that annoying. All right, so this one I have to score at 3.5. And I love trying to do different accents, and I mean no disrespect to anyone. I just love it. I have an idea for a crazy fun kind of stream, but I don't know if it would offend people, so I haven't done it. So what else is everybody up to today? Oh, that's going to make a nice envelope. All right. All right, so I'm at 3.5. 3.5. I think I should have probably had a comfort break before I got started. But no. What Jen scraps when you are in chat? I don't hear you. Jen, I don't think I knew you stream either. I have to write that down. Is that the name of your channel? Jen Scraps? Hold, please. Hold, please. I'm getting my Stabilo and I'm writing it down. Jen, oops. Scraps. Did Dana walk away? Did she tell me yet? Barb, keep looking for me if Dana tells me, and then put it in big caps so Lori catches on. Okay. All right, so I've got 2 of those. I've got 2 more. 2.5 at this size. Now I don't. Oh, see? I punched and I didn't score. Like, this is not difficult. I got to remember 2 things: punch and score. Punch. This is what I do when I'm by myself. I say it. I absolutely do say it out loud. Punch and score. Barb is chillaxing now, entertaining over the week. Oh, so you've been chained to the stove. Oh, Barb, I would love to know what kind of things you cook. Punch and score. Sometimes it's hard to see where that little score line is. It took me forever when I first started to use this envelope thingy. Well, do boss. So far, no sighting of the Dana for quite some time. Her must have stepped away. Maybe she got a phone call. 2.5. Yeah, I want that side. 2.5. I don't even know if that matters, really, because I could flip it. Now, this is glossy. This paper is, as I'm sure you can tell, a little shiny. A little shiny. Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that. All right, Barb, I probably asked you this before. But where in Canada are you? I missed the what? I missed when I think Mrs. Gigi said that Dana is it's going to be Dana, Mrs. Gigi, and I don't know, one or two other ladies are going to be doing a stream. But now I forgot what time or what day. June 1st or 2nd, maybe? See, if I don't write it down, that's what I missed. But I want to know. I want to know. All right, so Barbara, are you like way far away from like New York border in Canada? Because probably sometime this summer. Oh, your channel name? Oh, it's not. Oh, I got you, honey. I got you. I missed the what. I got you. What? Thank you. Thank you, Jen. All right. What? Jen Renz Scraps. Righty. All right. Just two more of these. Hang in there, girls. Hang in there. Okay, you're in the middle of Canada in a province called Manitoba. It's next door to Ontario. So if I fly to Toronto, it's a little over 2 hours, but my arms get sore. Oh, honey, I bet they do. All right, so see, the thing of it is, Barb, I probably am going to go to my sister's place in New York sometime this summer. And I'm just wondering how far it might be from you, if it's something that's doable. I might have to have a look-see. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Barb Chicken Papa Society. All right. Now look at here, putting it right away. Huh? Huh? Are you impressed with me so far? I didn't do my Atlas. I didn't score my Atlas ones. That's all right. All right, so I have to think about design and decorating these here little envelopes. By plane, it's about 4 hours. By air, I wonder what that would cost in All right, so I'm just going to follow my score lines. And then I'm going to let my twist out of the bag and then go from there. So I'm sure most of us, all four of us, have probably made envelopes at some time or another, or decorated envelopes that are already made, right? Boy, I'm having a hard time seeing. I should have pushed a little harder. But my problem with making envelopes to go in my journals is that usually the back side is, just as nice and cute and lovely as the front side. Maybe not always. But if you glue those puppies down, you don't see the back side. You've got your little flippy thing here, you know, or you have this part and you can use it as a pocket. I mean, I get all that. But what if you want to be able to see everything? And what if you want both sides? Like what if you want it all? So that's going to be my twist. What if you stinking want it all? I should have punched my corners. I'm going to go back and do that. Not my corners, my points. My points. Now this might be hard to see because it's so really kind of busy. But that, I mean, that looks cute. Barb says, Lori, I have a huge home and you're welcome. You could have a whole lot. Get out of town. Oh, my legs swell too, but I just ignore it, Jen. That's the one thing about flying to Europe. I feel like an adventure, Barb. I don't know. I don't know. See, that looks a little crooked to me. All right, so I have these two envelopes that, you know, they look kind of cute. Now let's pull out my, what did I do with my, oh, there they are. I like these. Oh, look, it did rip. This one ripped-y-dipty. I didn't think I pushed it that hard. Oh, how sad. How very. Oh, see, this is older paper. So look, it's brittle. And I got plenty of this paper. But I'm not going to torment all four of you with that. Washi tape it. Well, that's an idea, Jen. Let's grab that back. Boy, that's really... Although that part could be just a pocket, you know, really. Just a pocket. Look, this is torn too. Just call me the masher. Oh, how sad. Oh, there's a recipe for dumplings. Oh no, apple divinity. Wishful reading. All right. All right, I have another idea for a stream. Let me run it by you guys. Maybe I'm just a little crazy. But I got this book called... I think it's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yes, well, the turbulence could be considered moving around too, really. I mean, really. And I was thinking about, actually, I got it on Thrift Books. It was only a couple of bucks. And of course, I'm a Harry Potter fan. And I've watched, you know, the Beast movies as well. I like all that stuff. And I bought this book and I couldn't find it on Amazon where I could like look at pictures. I don't know if anybody's looked at books or bought books from Amazon, but sometimes they'll let you look in the book. And oh, what are you going to put in those dumpling skins? My house in Levittown, they call it H Mart, and it's an Asian market. And when we had the Okay, look, I can get that couple with holding the big, I don't know, looks like a big pickle. I'm going to put them on the outside. When we had our Asian students living with us, I mean, they practically lived there. They loved it there and had a little dinette section. And then, of course, you could buy all kinds of, but I bought the frozen dumplings that were already stuffed, not the skins. See, I don't cook. I don't cook anymore. I'm over it. I'm over the cooking, the whole cooking thing. My sister Nancy, we call her Martha Stewart. She gets annoyed when we do that, but we call her Martha anyway. She's into cooking big time. Making chicken filled dumplings later. For you're having company again? Oh, for when you have company. Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with him. Wow, that's really falling apart. That's the better side though. Actually, I should do both. I'm not sure how this is going to go. That one is hanging on by a wing and a prayer, as they say. Try not to fuss with it so much. All right, so, and you could leave those pointy, but if you have one of these little doodads, I think last time I used this on a stream, I told everyone that I had this quite some time before I realized that that's what that did. I mean, they're sitting sideways, but it's still cute. I think it's cute. This one is just plain. All right. Now, I really have nothing in my head as far as decorating. What time is it? Oh, that's probably the mailman is here. My dog can't remember that she sees the mailman every day, that he's not an alien. She's a struggle. All right, now I had my glue out by my chair, but I know I brought it. Yeah. But before I glue these, I think I want to decide a little bit as far as decorating and what I want to do. Now, the Bohemian Crafter lady, she cut windows out of some of these. Your city is very ethnic, Barb says. Love it. Our province has one of the highest number of restaurants per capita in North America. Get out. That's cool. Anyway, I was talking about the Fantastic Beasts book. I was thinking about reading the book online. It's really not that long of a chapter till you get into where the beasts are and the description of the beast. And then I was thinking about trying to draw those beasts from the description. See, I got a book that I'm using for art when we were in the Harry Potter store in King's Crossing in the UK. And I wanted to do all my drawings and Harry Potter stuff in that particular. Anyway, I don't know if anybody would be like super bored with that. All right, so I do have a Martha Stewart square punch. So this one might look cute if I punched a hole in this one, but obviously I have to punch it before I glue it together. Do I not? I do. Because a lot of the punches won't, you know, get into that part. The punches that I have won't get into that part, I don't believe. See, like here, it's a little tiny. But see, to get it where I need to go, it ain't happening. It's going to be on the flippy flap. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want it on the flippy flap. Now, the thing is I've always have things stacked up in front of my, whoa, almost had an avalanche. I stack stuff on the bin. And I have it in the bottom drawer of my little filing cabinet here. So, of course, the top drawer has to be shut. So, hold, please. One moment, please. And see if I can. Ooh, I see it. Now, this really isn't the shape that I necessarily would want for a window in an envelope. But I'm going to use it because it's easiest. The same thing with the die cut machine. See, if this is, this is 7 inches, just under 7 inches. My die cut machine's only 6, so you could do it with a smaller piece of paper for sure. So I'm going to, for this one, going to pump a hole right there. It looks crooked. It looks crooked. This is all right. So that'll work. Now this poor thing is falling apart anyway, right? This one here's falling apart anyway. So this one I can sneak this cutter in here because it's already fallen. It's already like ripped. So I'm gonna make a little winder right there. Call me cray cray, but I did it. Okay. I probably could have come down a little further, but hey, this is the first time I'm doing this. You know, like this. I mean, I've made an envelope before, but that guy's really in bad shape. But we're going to go. Now, I'm going to do my twist and then decorate because I just think it might be better. So my idea is, so you make these beautiful envelopes, you know, you got something going on, you got a theme, you got whatever you got happening, right? And then you go to put it in your book, and you either have to just use it to hold something and you can take it in and out, which is fine, and you can use it as a tuck spot or whatever, or, you know, to hold tags, and you can take it, you know, and it's a separate unit. But what if, or you glue it down on a page, right? Now, finding a piece of washi, that might work. I don't really have like, the little hearts might work. I think they're probably, it's okay. It's not too, oh, that's a cute one. That might work. Let's see if I can bandage this guy. So if you were going to use your embossing folder, like this paper's too brittle. I think this is too fun. I might get some plain paper and try it. Let's twist again like we did last summer. Ooh. Oh, twist again. All right, let's get rid of the end. So this guy needs a little something something over here. So just in case you're a newbie and you're watching the replay of this video, anything that you want to do as far as cutting out, just think about doing that before you glue your envelope together. Or if you want to use an embossing folder, any of that jasmer size. Yes, 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 exactly. If you want to save 97 cents. Oh, my envelopes are not 97 cents. They're $1.25 now in our dollar stores. We've had a price increase. I think I'm going to double washi tape this seam, because this one here looks a little iffy as well. Now, as most of you know, just do all this to coordinate with whatever you got going on for your project. Plenty Wood Farm. How cute is that? All right. Sage left. Get my glue. Hope it's not clogged. And then be careful when you're gluing. You don't need to glue all the way up around that point. And I'm just saying that because I've done it. So you just want to be very careful. Because after you have all this invested, you know, in a fun book page or paper, graphic 45 paper, I should have probably glued that washi down. But we can address that when we decorate. Are you with me? Okay. Envelope number 1. And now we have our critically injured envelope. I'm going way outside the box here, and I'm going to put another piece of this with the little hearts on it coming in from the other end. Sorry, Jen. I do apologize. Oh, now, how rat-a-tat does that look? Woohoo! All right, this is really looking peaked down here. So I'm going to go with the hearts down there. Did you see me? I just went like that. I didn't mean to, and I ripped. Oh, I'm so glad it didn't scream. That's crooked. Oh, man. Look. I felt that one. I felt that one. It's basically just going to be a pocket for in a journal. Now that's... No, man, this guy needs taping all the way around, all sides. I'm going to do this on the inside. Oh, 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 I didn't put my pin in my glue. Gosh, I hate when I do that. Because it just clogs right up. Geez, I wish I had an idea. Be right back. Need to check on pea soup. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. We could be twins. See if it's as thick as the London fog. Oh, we can only hope. We can only hope. Look, that washi's starting to pop up already. Let's add a little adhesive there underneath. Right underneath. Glue that down, and we're going to glue this down. Shish kebab shamrock style. How about that? Judy-O, Judy-O. Hi, Judy-O. Like me with age, a little weak at the seams. I bet you I'm older than all of you put together. Look, I'm gluing myself to the envelope. Gotta sneak a little more glue in there. I sneaked it in. I sneaked it in. Now, as part of decorating, I can really come around here, around this. I can come around this way. Okay, Jen, nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. We'll try to have a good time without you, but it's going to be difficult. Just going to say, it's just going to be difficult. All right. So I'm going to wait till Barb gets back before I, tell you about the twist. I love a good sandwich. See, you are a youngin'. Oh, happy birthday, Judy. I got 10 on you. I'm going to be 69 in August. Ugh, 69. Bye, Jen. 69. All right, let's put a little piece of this, or maybe a couple. Maybe we'll put a couple. Just lap that around the end. Oh, I got one there. I didn't even, oh my gosh, this is pretty good. It camouflages in there pretty good. All right. So let's see, this little guy. So these two are a set. And then, all right, now I think on these, I should have done that on this as well, but they're so fragile, okay? I didn't do it. But I think I'm going to, and I might do a little, I'm going to ink. So I'm going to open that up because I want to ink around my opening. So if you can make this process any longer, I'm going to do it. I know I was going to knock that. I don't want to totally, I really should clean up before I stream. Let's see here. This is the other bad habit I have. I'm going to get out my vintage antiquing paste. I should put that on something and just dip into it, but you know what? I always stick my fist in it. Then I annoy myself greatly. All right, so that's really quite dark. So let me start on the edge here. I'm just folding these in. I'm going to give them a little little, not really grunging them up, but just, you know, it just brings your eye in, and it just kind of goes more with the look that I like, most of the things that I create or work with. And then I'm going to go around the little window area. Now, if I'd thought ahead, which of course I did not, I could have pulled out a piece of vellum or something to put behind that window. But, and I think it is crooked, but I'm going to let it go. I want to do the outer edge of my little flippy flaps. And of course, I'm thinking this would work in a gardening book, because these are pages from a gardening book. What do you think about that? All right, Judy says, Lori, I have 3 brothers living, 2 more deceased. Yeah, I know you have a large family, and I have 5 sisters living and 2 deceased. Oh my goodness, I am the youngest, and my oldest surviving sister is 20, making her 79 back in April. God bless her. What a wonderful, wonderful family, huh? I have 2 sisters, which I love dearly, and I just can't even imagine. I would have loved to have more siblings. For sure. For sure. Oh, look, that's, I did it wrong, girls. Look, I rounded. Well, that's okay. That hole can be that way. I rounded, and then I punched the long and the short of it. Okay, so that can be envelope number 1 in this set. And then I've got my darling vegetable couple here, which I'm sticking in my vintage paste. I'm going to need a little bit more, methinks. Now, you might also want to think about, if you're doing this, you know, what you might want to stamp while it's flat, rather than waiting till you glue it all together. So maybe I might have a look at what's in my drawer that's would be real convenient to stamp. Because that's going to go like that. They're cattywampus, but, you know, okay. I'm going to have my husband maybe look at this and see how I can work my paper differently so I could get that image, you know, really where I want it. But I'm okay with them being off to the side. I really am. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I say I am not going to lose any sleep over it. Okay, now there's always that. Oh, that's an idea. How lovely. There's always that. My now I need to find a good ink pad. Welcome, welcome. I see a few more folks have popped in. Thanks for coming in. I'm making envelopes, and as soon as Barb gets back, Barbara, when you get back, tell me you're here, please, because I'm waiting for you to do the twist. Twist again like we did last summer. Ooh. My ink things always seem to be holding a photo. I know, right? It was a little gardening book, and the pictures are comical. But that's what it looks like, right? At first, I thought it was a big old worm. Look at this side with all the little plants growing. It was really a cute book. I started to store these upside down, which is a little bothersome because then you can't really see the color. But you know, cucumbers, when you do pull them out of the picked them from the garden. My dad's were always prickly like that with the little bumps. All right, I'm just going to, so that's going to sit this way. Oh my gosh, I did it crooked. How about it, huh? And then I'm going to do some boop, 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 this way. I don't think I have. Yeah, or like the sun just continually doesn't go over the property, it just goes one way and the plants are just going towards the sun. Hanging around towards the sun. Okay, let's see. I think everything else for these, I'm just going to glue stuff on. So I'm going to come back to my glue. And I'm going to pop these on. Well, I might not be able to wait for Barb. She's checking the pea soup. All right, and this little guy, you know, I did have another thought about this envelope. Hold, please. And I'm doing this because I just saw these and I know where they are. So I had my sister over last week. She came and we were painting. First we put a journal together and I showed her how to Copic stitch. There she is, there she is. Free chicken pot pie society vegetarian pea soup now available at the Costco. Girl, I am first in line. I'm thinking about putting that on there. I like the plain side a little better. Barb, I was waiting for you to do the twist. I'm telling you, this is going to be so uneventful, so just probably disappointing. Maybe I'm going to pop my hot glue gun on. Let me do that. I will do that because I think I want to glue that there. I think that looks better. All right, let me glue the back side. Oh, I think I have it. No, I did this one wicky wacky. Doesn't really matter. But I did round my edges there, my points. So I want that. All right, so I'm going to put a spot of glue there, here, and here. All right, so my idea is you're gonna figure out how goofy I am. If I don't want my envelope to be removable from my journal, which of course you could do and pop things in and then create a tuck spot and put it in. If I don't want it to be removable and I don't want to hide the back and the front, like I don't want to glue it down or fuss with this here flipping thing, or, you know, you might have paper that has a beautiful, thank you, Barb, a beautiful design of your paper. Like when I do something from Graphic 45, you know, that paper, it's hard to decide what you're going to give up, right? So my thought is, why not take a piece of fabric and attach them? You could sew it down. Of course, you would lose some of your envelope space to tuck things in, but you could glue 2 pieces of fabric, and then when you're making your pages for your journal, you could just stitch it in. The fabric, you could easily punch a hole through it. Correct? Am I not correct? So, no pun intended. I just happen to have at the ready a couple pieces of fabric. And I'm just going to use now, of course, you would maybe use a piece of fabric the size that works for your book, whether you want your envelopes to maybe hang out a little bit, or if you want them to be in. I'm just going to use a narrow, because I don't know where I'm going to use these. So I'm just going to use a narrow piece. But I want to leave enough space between so I have some options. So I'm going to just snip here, and I'm a snip and tear kind of girl if I can, because I like those frayed edges. And I'm way past wanting to measure anything. And I don't really care. Oh, that might be hard to tear it because it's just a little piece. I don't really care about some of the fabric hanging up over the edge if I don't get it exactly right. So now I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to double this. So I'm going to make 2. Now we may find that we don't need 2, but I'm going to make 2. And I'm going to snip this here. Right, just like underwear, overrated. Well, I should say underpants. I do like my bra. Of course, if I was built like my daughter, I wouldn't like it either. I wouldn't like it. I could give it up. Sometimes when you don't succeed, you might need to cut into the fabric a little deeper. Aha! Success. All righty. And now I'm going to use my fabric tack for this because it's better on fabric, to either fabric to fabric or fabric to paper. Now, I didn't pull out printed fabric, which you could do. You could do anything. I just happen to have this sitting in my drawer. Now, I might want to just scrunch this up a tad. So I'm just going to rub and almost like I'm cleaning off my blending tool. And then I want to make sure that they're going the way that I want them to go. And I'm going to glue this away. And this will go this away. And then I'll have my what can I call this? My pocket, my envelope twist. My envelope. Okay, now the question is, oh, I see it. I was just going to say, where did Lori put her fabric tack? If you could have seen the mess I had here the other day, with that jelly printing. Oh my goodness me. A mess I had. Paint everywhere. Paper everywhere. And then I'll have other pages, you know? You know what I'm saying, girls? Are you getting what I'm putting down? I haven't used my Fabri-Tac in a while. And I'm going to put it on the edge of my envelope. And I'm going to use my little silicone spreader. Now, normally I would use my finger. Da, 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 da. Judy said, Barbara, you know the measuring comment would get you a dose of snark if Janet Young were here. Yes, she loves to measure, but she's got a good brain. I'll be the first to admit, not so good with any kind of numbers. I haven't liked numbers since I was a kid. I was the laughing stock of my family. I mean, my kids, not my husband, but my kids, mostly my son. So I used to play this number game, and oh my gosh, you could not beat my son. And then my daughter, my husband, thank God they took after their father. Okay. Now you could butt these right up next to each other too, but I wanted to leave a little space. This is basically my prototype, you see. And then I'm going to put glue on the top. And then just depends on what I decide I'm going to pop in these envelopes. Will determine whether or not I want to stitch down there, down the sides. All right, I'm going to let that sit for just a few moments. Put it up on my keyboard. I know. I've rendered you all speechless, have I not? Okay, have I not? All right, now for these little guys. See, the back is just as cute as the front. So why paste those down into a journal? Is what I'm saying. I'm not sure I want that. I might go a little rogue on this one. Let's see. I've got some other fabric here. I mean, I've got tons of fabric. I just didn't pull a lot out. I wonder if the size of this, I'm kind of liking this gold. Yeah, let me use a little piece of this. Got tons of this. Tons of this. I went to the Goodwill, and I think this was a big drape or something. How cute is that? And it's got French words on it. Yes, French. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm a snipping. Now I have to start thinking about how I'm going to decorate it. Lori, did you read aloud to your children when they were babies? If so, I bet they loved hearing you read to them. I did. And I read to my grandchildren. I love to read out loud. I don't like to read, per se. My husband reads. My daughter reads. I still can't believe my son reads for enjoyment. All three of them read for enjoyment. I only read Harry Potter and the Bible. And the Bible, it hurts my head because my comprehension is poor, very poor. But I love to read out loud. I would love to do voiceovers, and I would love to record reading a book. But you need a studio and all that jazz. All that jazz. And now my granddaughter at age 7, who's really reading very well for her age, she doesn't just read the words, she reads with inflection and a lot of character in her voice. I said to my daughter, is she reading that or did she memorize that? Now, you know what? You could probably go, like say you're putting a journal together and you decide, your pages that go and you want one to open one way and one to open the other way. Hey, go for it. I think I'm going to do these both the same way right out of the gate. Look, see, I didn't ink. I didn't ink a dink this one because the paper was so frail. Now I figured I could probably decorate these like I was decorating. Hey, Kathy Arbor, hello. Nice to see you. Oh, Kathy, your painting the other day with your glass of delicious beverage was so cute. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you right here. Now, not a lot of people watch my channel, okay? I get that. I only get, if I get 120 views on a video, that's a lot for me. All right, but I'm just going to say, whoever watches this back, if you are not watching Kathy Arbor's channel, shame on you, because this woman is so talented and she does really amazing things. I love when you go through your journals and stuff, Kathy. And that's the name of her channel, Kathy with a K, Arbor, Abour, on YouTube. You got to check it out. Check it out. And she's an encourager as well. Speak the truth, Kathy. Speak the truth. All right, so I'm just going to pop that down that way. See, those colors kind of work together for me. No idea where I'm going to use this. I always forget that, your fabric is porous. And the glue kind of seeps through a little bit. But that's all right. I'm working on glass, so I can clean it up. All right. Now, once I get these going and I know what I'm doing, I can probably knock a couple of these out a little quicker than what I am doing now. Let's see, I put that washi tape because this paper fell apart. So I'm going to let that one sit aside and dry a little while. I don't think I'm going to fuss with these today because let's see, I'm already on an hour and a half. I mean, let's face it, who's really going to? And I think Shauna comes on around 4. I mean, I got plenty of time till 4, but I don't know. I don't know if well, it doesn't matter, right? It's the internet. You can do what you want, but I just kind of like to. All right, so here's my other one. So now we get to decorate. Now these pages are for gardening books, so I have to be mindful of if I go to put this in a journal, I don't want to put it in this way because they'll be upside, they'll be hanging from the rafters. So I want to make sure I go this way. So when I decorate, I want to decorate this way or this way. Now I've got to pull out some stuff. I didn't pull out any stuff, guys. No stuff. So I'm trying to think, where might I have some stuff? Bum, bum, bum. These might be a little too gay for me. Little butterflies and flowers. Butterflies and flowers. I was cleaning up my jelly plate and I made a mess. I left it sit too long and the paper stuck to it. So I squirted it with water and it made all this delicious paint juice. And I mopped it up with a piece of fabric. I love it. See, I've been watching this gal. I know. Barb knows how to say her name. I don't know how to say it. Barb knows how to say it. Her name is Gayle, Gayle, I believe. Agostinello. Did I do it, Barb? Agostinello? And I've just started watching her. She's so cute. She's so funny. She absolutely loves what she's doing. She works, what I've watched so far, she works with paper mostly. And she's so thrilled about the stuff she does. And it's great stuff. I mean, she just is so excited to show you what she's learned or what she's working on. And she's so stinking cute. Of course, now I forget why I was telling you that. It had something to do with fussy cutting and putting stuff on your... But she uses all little bits of paper. And that's the kind of mop. Yeah. Agostinello. She's a real sweet gal, very talented, and she's got an Italian last name. Okay. She's great. All right, let's see. Let's see what the old bones can find. Well, that's Christmas. That's not going to be... I don't think that would do either. Well, I might be able to find something in there. I had a mind of where I had some stuff stashed. Some butterflies. Now, even if you have some napkins and you just have some nice weight plain white paper, that you're putting through your printer, you can do this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking Minnesota or somewhere like that. I don't know. I think it's an M state for sure. And she was saying she was going to show her garden the other day. I was watching her. I think it was a fairly new video. She is doing a couple of conferences or something. But she said it was so windy, her pine trees were all bending in half. I don't think any of these people are like gardening people. I think they're mostly... I don't know if any of these will work. How cute is she? I might get her. Oh no, this little gal's got a really cute bouquet of flowers. She might work. How sweet is she? Okay, let's put her aside. Back in the box, people. Back in the box. Now, certainly we could use some butterflies or bugs or something because it's a garden. Do, 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 do. I got me some fussy cutted stuff there. Oh, look, this is a rogue flower. Now I want to decorate both sides really, because the way I'm going to put them in a book is now I can use both sides. I'm so very clever. That's a Timmy butterfly. Oh, this is a vellum butterfly. Oh, does she, Judy? Judy says she goes to a retreat with a group of creative women, and she often films part of the retreat and shows it to us viewers. Yes, she is talented. Well, she was so tickled. Okay, all right, I had my jelly plate out for days, making a mess, jelly plating anything that wasn't moving. All right. And in fact, I have some 3x5 cards here that I was doing. I mean, I'm really happy with these. Some of these I think really turned out really, really cool. Just picking up all the crap, okay, that was left on the plate. And so I had Gail on watching one of her videos, and oh my goodness, I had to clean up everything. I had to clean up everything and get out paper and start doing what she was doing because it was so stinking cute. All right, look at this little tiny blue fleur. And he's not too thick. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I know I have tons of stuff. I just have to remember where. Oh, I know where I have some stuff. Just have to remember where I put it. Which is getting more and more difficult. I was saying earlier, and I don't think I finished that thought either. My sister and I were painting, and my sister, I think, is very talented. She's just started painting maybe about, she really is gravitating more towards watercolor, which is a struggle for me. And she does very well with it, I think, especially for a beginner. She doesn't draw or anything. She's just doing wonderful things, and she really is enjoying it. But she's more of a perfectionist, and so if she doesn't like the way something turns out, she's been tossing her stuff. Like, I wanted my son to see some of her stuff, and I said, can you send me a couple of pictures? She threw it all out. So I'm trying to encourage her to work in a journal of some kind, date what she does, and then a year from now, she can go back and be encouraged by what she's done, right? Don't be throwing it out. So I thought, well, if I gave her the paper, we just sat and we made a journal and we Copic stitched, and I have these curved needles that are a lot easier to do the Copic stitch with. Do you think I could find those? I knew I just had them, and I knew, oh yeah, I'll put them there because that would really look great. I mean, work great. Where I put them? No, couldn't find them. So I'm looking for my graphic 45 paper today. Guess what I found? My needles. Okay, so I've got those stickers. Now this here is just a bunch of pencil cases from the dollar store, and Laura, the Jersey Crafter, I saw this on her channel, oh my gosh, a couple of years ago, and I don't know where she saw it. I don't think this was her idea. I could be wrong, but I know it's a good way to keep, and they're clear so you can see. All right, honey, enjoy that pea soup. Thanks, Barb. That's Halloween. Now, see, I'm spying these, but I know I have graphic 45 paper. Like, after I sign off, I'm going to still work on this. Look at those. These are like cute little bottles. Let's pull those out. These are inchies. Tea bag tabs. They might come in handy. Oh, look, look, look. see, I've got this paper here that's like recipe stuff. I might be able to use one of those. But see, look at these whale tail things. This is all graphic 45 paper. See, this is the other part of my problem. I see something and then I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta take that out. Like, okay, next thing you know, I've got, my room looks like the city dump. Oh, they're cute, huh? And they lay nice and flat. Okay, let's see. I know, right, Kathy? And they store pretty flat, but then I just put them in groups and I just put a bookbinding ring on it and then I can flip through and see. I just have to remember that I have it. See, this looks like a bunch of Timmy stuff in here. So I think I'm going to take that whole thing off and just take this one out because that looks more like what I need. And then I can pop the rest of these back in my drawer. And really, you could put them in a binder. Now, I don't have any more shelf space left. But certainly, if you have one of those D-ring binders, you know, you could put them in there. And then, man, you could really flip through them nicely. Oh, trying to scoot. I think I have my... Hold on. I have to readjust here, girls. I have to readjust. I had to put my air conditioner on. It cooled off a little bit, but then yesterday it was very warm. Today it cooled off a little bit, but then as the afternoon has moved on, it's kind of warming up again. All right, Judy said, I understand not showing people what I do. It's a thing with me. Janet learned watercolor from Lindsay Weinrich here on YouTube. My sister's been watching Angela Anderson, so she's doing some acrylic as well. But she mostly, when she sits down to doing something, I think she would prefer to do the watercolor. All right, so I think I'm going to put this little guy here. And I want to grab one more thing. Well, maybe it won't be one more thing. Let's see, I've got that. It was funny. Gail Agostinello, the other day, she grabbed a piece of twine. She said, I save all the wrappings or packages that come. She said, oh, well, let's face it, I save it all. We're all alike. Let me just see if I have any. I'm trying to put a little bit of I never can think of it. Cheesecloth in every container that I have scraps in, because that's like my go-to. I just love the way it looks. All right, I've got some green and I've got some country looking fabric here. I think somebody was doing mittens or something. Look, they look like little mittens. I know it wasn't me. I have a couple of friends that give me the scraps from their floor. And these ladies use really cute country type fabric. Okay, I have my glue gun plugged in. All right, let's see here. So this is a gardening page here. So I think I'm going to go green. Just take a little snip of this. And pop that. So I'm going to build like a cluster on this little frame. And I think I want a little stamp of some kind on there. I was keeping little tiny stamps in this tin. But see, then I got a little more organized. This little flower might be cute, stamped on there. But I think I also want some script or some text. I have no idea what that says. It's probably Christmas. No, birthday. Birthday greetings. We don't want that for this. But wait, there's more. I'm going to see if that's got a little... Look, see, I did the script on this, and I should have went this way instead of that way. I wasn't paying attention. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, guys. Don't tell. I just saw... Yeah, this is smaller. All right, let's see. I had an arrow. It's going... I have to put arrows on the back of these. Because I can't... Well, I could stamp it, but... All right, Judy says I use cheesecloth or gauze to clean my watercolor brush. Oh, in between colors, and then glue the color. Oh, that's a lovely idea. Oh, that's a great idea, Judy. Nice. A good tip. Did everybody get that? So Judy uses her cheesecloth. See, I always get mine and then I coffee dye it, but you could still use it. And then she cleans off her watercolor brush, and it, you know, depending on what she's working on, it has a variety of colors, and then she can use that as a base to then do her collaging or decorating or what have you. Very nice. Great idea. This is very tiny, but I'm going to make it work. I just want a little something something here. And then I'm going to put this little fleur alongside. Now, depending on the look that you want, you can use lace, fabric, paper. I'm trying to stick with some plant type theme things because this is a page. These envelope pockets, if you will, are to go into a garden type journal. Of course, I don't know why I pulled out my... Now, I need some other stuff here because I really kind of like that. And I want to get a little piece of my cheesecloth. I did have some avocado dye too, which is nice to have the pink. It's not in your face pink, of course. Most of us would know that, right? But it's just very soft and nice. Now I'm framing the hole that I cut out of this envelope. Now, of course, I'm going to be making stuff to pop in the envelope too. Probably not on camera because, you know, I don't want to drive you crazy, really. Sorry, having a little sip of my caffeinated beverage. All right, let's see what I have in here. I'm seeing some mushrooms. I don't know that that's going to work, but I might just have a look. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Oh my gosh, look at there. A dragonfly. That reminds me of holly. Okay. Oh, there's a smaller mushroom. Maybe I should have waited before I stamped that flower. Yeah, these guys look like they're holding a big pickle. I could probably watercolor on that. I might just do that. You know, just a little hint of green. I've got a special delivery, which that could work really, right? 90 cents. This is the great part about collage. You could really make anything work. All of our minds work different. We have different things we like. Oh my gosh, look at those two little sweet faces. Can you see them? Some days I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but some days my camera focuses really nicely and other days. Today is not a good day. Let's see here. I don't want kerosene. We need birds in the garden. They help us, you know, pollinate, right? How funny would this be? This says fragile, do not drop, handle with care. I'm going to put that on this side where they're holding that big pickling cucumber is what I'm going to go with for here. I like that for there. I know I have a lot of flowers somewhere, but here's a couple more butterflies that I might like better. 90 cents for the big pickle. That's true too. Here's a cool like postage stamp. See, I've got the other side to think about too. So what do you think, Judy? You like the 90 cents better? What I should have done was pulled out some pages to show you, like journal pages to pop in there. I think I probably have some I can grab quickly. All right, I think that's enough rummaging for right now anyway. Regulator almanac, that's kind of cool. I don't know what you think do both? Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. See, I was thinking about leaving the window open so you could see what's in the envelope when I pop things in the envelope. But see, I like these little girls. I might just put them in that frame. And I think I'm going to cover up that flower I stamped. What do I have real handy? Let's see. Wonder if I just put some of this paste, it'll be enough to, you know, camouflage it. Yes, that's true, Judy. Good idea. All right, where's my... Oh, I can't tell you how bad I am at getting this antiquing paste all over myself. All right, if that doesn't work, and I can always put paint over top. All right, girls, you've found a home. So I'm just going to put some glue around my frame. Whoop, whoop, whoop. so I can glue these little girls on. I've got to clog. I've got to clog. I was looking at something last night. I was working on some, I forget what I was doing. Oh, I know. I watched Aunt Beck. She had a video up where she is working in a composition. Oh, now, girls, I got to scoot you down a little. I think it's been a year or two ago. Dee Dee Willingham, whoops, who also has a YouTube channel, and Aunt Beck's Creations is the YouTube channel for the replayers. Dee Dee encouraged us to get a composition book and pick a subject and then collage, journal, whatever about that subject in your composition book. So I started one, and mine is called, I should go get it. Mine is called, I think, Living Things with Wings or something like that, because I wanted to do bugs, birds, insects, you know, stuff like that. And then I just, you know, I put it aside. I kind of forgot about it. Becky's, what is Becky's? I forget what her subject is. Might be health and nutrition or something. Hers is really cool. It's got a lot of really cool borders and stuff. But when I watched that, it really encouraged me to pull mine back out and start working on it again. So, of course, I don't have much done in it. But it's nice in the evenings. I can just sit there, and before I crochet or color or whatever, you know, I work just a little bit in it. Judy says there's a lady who goes by Artie Mays here on YouTube. She uses those little slide frames and bigger ones. She punches the bigger ones. Oh, yeah, specimen slides. Kathy Berg. Kathy Berg's, she has a channel as well, Kathy with a K, Berg. She gets, I think, from Etsy, little dried flowers, little tiny dried flowers, and she puts them in these frames. Oh my gosh, they're to die for. They look so stinking cute. All right, I'm just going to use my glue gun. That should be heated up by now. And I'm going to pop down. You know what I should have done? Oops. Those strings are crazy. I should have glued them on first. So as you're probably noticing, I really didn't need to pop the hole. Oh, Lori. Look what I did. I put it in the middle. Not good. I'm going to try to not. Let me sneak in there. Ah! This is what I told you not to do. It's just a little warm. Angie, if you're watching this on the replay, don't worry. I didn't hurt myself. Of course, now I've got them crooked. All right, that's a redo. Redo. This is a smarter way to do it. I get it. I eventually get it. It just takes me a while. Now I went out too far. I could put a little cheesecloth underneath of there, but I don't know if that'd be a little too much. Look at all this glorious string. String, glorious string. I'm liking that. I'm liking that, girls. Boys, whoever's watching. I could always trim that down too. I don't want it to be all, crazy and wicky-wacky. Now, a lot of this I probably would use regular glue, but all right. Judy said, Lori, I saw Kathy Burke at Judy's this morning. Oh, no. I'm glad you said that because I was looking for her on Tuesday. And then I thought, I've messaged Colleen in the past. Should I ask? I thought, you know what? How needy are you for a live stream? You'd be bugging Colleen. And then I thought, well, maybe she was traveling and I didn't pick up on that. And I was looking and I was checking her community tab. Oh my gosh. So she's okay now, but that's what happened. Oh my gosh. That's too bad. Oh boy. Thanks for telling me. I appreciate you saying that. Okay. All right. Now these are going to look a little flat over here, are they not? What did I do with my 90-cent thing? Oh, I hope I didn't drop that on the floor. I do this all the time. All of the time. Oh, he was underneath. He was underneath. I have to think about this a moment because I think I want something else. Something else there. Now this little guy can go up here, I think. But I think I need some words or something. Because remember, this is going to have pages in between. These aren't going to be laying next to each other. Yeah, I'll pray for her as well. Things happen. I mean, sometimes we are klutzy, but you know what? Just sometimes things happen. All right, maybe I will put a piece of this washi down here. Kind of liking that washi. I do like that flower. All right, I'm going to take a little piece of this uncooperative lace, and I'm going to tie a little knot in it. Of course, I should have done that before I cut it. And if I pop the flower, that can go on the knot on the lace, and then I can get a little gemstone of some sort. Let's see what I have in here. I don't think I want just plain white, like clear. I don't think I want clear. I'm looking for something orangey or yellow, green, but that is not real small. I guess that red could work. For my crafting days, I'm a real big glue stick girl. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you. How are you doing today, Judy? I hope you're doing well. All right. This has a little split in it. Who knows? I guess it was something I took apart. Keisha's always cutting stuff up, and I'm always taking stuff apart. Now where's my, ow. Let's just see if I'm gonna like this. Whoa. Still got, yeah, that'll work okay. I don't know if I don't think I have enough glue there. You're pooped? Oh, yes, I would think that would be exhausting. I'm fortunate to have a car and to be able to drive a car, which still can be exhausting at times, but at least I'm on my own schedule. I don't have to race anywhere to catch a bus or... Okay, now that's probably, whoops, that's probably enough for that side, right? So now over on this side, see, I've got those glue strings. Got to get rid of those. On this side, I'm going to put these two. I'm going to put the 90-cent for the big old pickle and cucumber, and then that fragile sign. I think that'd be fun. I'm going to put those aside because I think I want to put something underneath. I'm not sure, you know. So now I'm going to flip this over and think about what I can do to decorate this side. Now I pulled out these butterflies. Wonder where the, oh, this guy should have been hooked to that guy. I see. I gotcha. Okay. I'm thinking one of those, maybe just on the edge of the only $1 one way. Okay. You're in the role. Oh, Washington State. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, gas here is getting crazy. All right. So, see, the thing about these are from the dollar store. So, they're sticky on the back. At least they should be. Oh, maybe I'm going to luck out on this. Yeah, see, what I like to do is peel those off and put them on a piece of cardstock. I have a 3x5 here I'm going to use. Because if I just put that on my envelope, the sticky part's going to hang over. It's going to do the hangover. So if I put that there, now I can trim. I love things that have a little bit of sparkle or flash to them. My husband was going to stop and run a couple of errands on his way home from work. I forgot I came on as early as I did. So I'm thinking he should be home by now, but not really. I lose track of, see, to me, Idaho should be more towards the center of the country. And I know it's over there. Is Idaho the one state that has those, gosh, years ago, my husband had to do some traveling for work. I think was he in Idaho, or was he might have been, maybe it's Washington State. It's, oh, they're really good. It's a bury or something. And everywhere he went, there was soap and there was candy and taffy, all kinds of stuff made out of this berry. It was everything was purple. I'm not thinking of the name of the berry. I can't say what's in my head because it's inappropriate. But that's not it. It's not a mulberry. And he brought some home. He brought some little soaps home, and he brought home some These like little toffee candies. It wasn't a bright purple. It was like like an aubergine purple. Okay. Like a gray purple. I don't know. It was delicious. They had jams and all kinds of stuff. All right, I'm going to put the hot glue right here. I bet you he would remember. I could really pop this up. Huckleberries, is that it? That might be it. That might be it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. He said it was everywhere. We'd never heard of it before. I only ever heard of Huckleberry Finn. Oh my gosh, they were delicious. So is it Washington State or is it that whole area like Idaho? I'm thinking of the Dakotas too, but maybe I have that wrong. All right, so I'm thinking that can go there, but I'm also thinking maybe a little bit of my gauze underneath that little fella. And so when you open that up, then you can get into your envelope. Look, see, I should have inked this here. I should have inked. Look how that kind of sticks out, stands out like a sore thumb. So now, if I put this underneath, I just love this stuff. Hi, Angie Brown. Angie, I was just talking about you. Judy says a friend used to go and pick them for a restaurant. Get out. I should Google it because I don't even know what the berry itself looks like. And I put hot glue in the wrong place because I had cut a hole. I had cut a hole in my envelope and I was going to use it for like a little peek hole. And then I decided to put these little girls behind and cover up the hole. And I put the glue. No, I put the glue in the. I would never talk bad about you, ants. I put the glue in the wrong spot, but I didn't want to glue my envelope together, so I stuck my hand in there and I said, Ange, if you're watching the replay, I'm not hurting myself. It's not that hot. Because I knew you would be worried. Okay, so now I got to watch because I want to flip it this way. And I'm just gonna. That looks okay, right? Can you see? No, I still got that glare. All right. I'm going to do just a smush of hot glue. Oh, what the heck is that? A piece of paint. A piece of purple paint. Purple people weedle. All right, so I'm just going to put that on the tip of that envelope. See, now because I covered that stickiness and cut that out, I don't have to worry about it gluing my envelope shut. All right. Still thinking about putting those things here. Yes, I do remember fishnet hose. I'm old. All right, so now I need something over here. Gardening. All right, I'm going to put that label there. And let's see. I don't want another well, actually there'll be pages there, so another butterfly actually might not be too bad. That's a little tall and a little dull. This has some orange. I should have stamped on that. I should have stamped on this. See, don't do what I do. I should have stamped on that before I glued it on. Let me get these out of the way. My bling, my little bling blings. Little bling blings. All right, I'm going to stamp anyway. Just real light. And then I'm going to put a little bit on this. Gosh, I'm knocking everything off. Put a little bit on the, oh, you don't really see that. I know I have to spend some time and re-ink my, oh yeah. Stamped a little bit of that script on that mushroom. Can you see it? Oh, I love that. That looks good. That looks good. Now let me get some more of my, maybe I should just get some of that. Give me a little something there. I think I need some other words. Now, because I'm on the other side, I'm going to put fragile, handle with care. I don't think I want to put special delivery here. I can move that mushroom over so it doesn't get into my, mess with my flap. Which, it's okay if it overlaps, really. I'm thinking I'm going to put some twine bow. Yes, good idea, Ange. Yeah. For sure, you can always make a copy. And if it's for you, it's, you know, you don't have to worry about the copyright, but, you know, you and I as resellers, we have to always think about that for sure. See, I was going to move him over because I didn't stamp there, so maybe I will do that. I think I probably should stamp something along the edge of my, this is what you call getting carried away. Calgon, take me away. Let's see what I have. I'm kind of liking, I have this just handy. I could do hugs, I could do hello, I could do friend, or I could do these leaves or a little ladybug. I think I'm going to do hugs. I like it. Hey, Mikey, she likes it. Now, the thing is, do I have, there I have it. Oh boy, boy. What do I have on that side? Oh, that's a little leaf. See, things just one thing. You get going, and then you think about what you have in your stash. Oh boy, this guy, I don't have any ganache. This was all right. I got this on a clearance thing. It's a really dark brown. All right, I'm going to get this twine and I'm going to make myself, I'm going to sit right down and make myself a bow. And that's probably way too thick, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, I'm way past lunchtime. I'm feeling a little hungry. See, this is what I do. My husband gets annoyed with me. You don't eat at the right times, and then when it's dinner time, you're not hungry. But can't help it. Judy double E Judy says, I'm using a Chrome computer. She really misses her Word and Photoshop. I don't think I'm not sure I ever worked with Photoshop, but I think I probably would like it. Oh, the time zones are, well, because Holly and I used to chat so much, I got to know Arizona, but after that, I'm sunk. Like Lori from Montana, I never can remember. My girlfriend Jean in Colorado, I never can remember. I think I might just do that. Now, see, I did ink my edges, but I didn't really get so good there, did I? Now I've got all that stuff on the other side. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Thumbelina, Thumbelina. Anybody have a Thumbelina doll when they were a kid? My sister. Did I? No, she had, one of us had a Chatty Cathy. One of us had a Thumbelina. What did the other one have? I think they were all different. I think I had the Thumbelina. I loved her. Her stomach was like a beanbag thing. Oh, Judy, me too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was crying the other day to my sisters. I really miss her. Really, really miss her. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on my mushroom. Ugh. I need to clean out this nozzle. Ah! All right. I'm going to glue that down. You were a tomboy and played with your brothers. Man, I wish I had a brother. Wish I had a brother. Okay. Now with that, my bow is gone. Holy smokes, Laura. What'd you do with the... There it is. I finded it. My granddaughter used to say that when she was real little. I finded it. She used to also say, what you said? We'd ask her a question and she'd say, what you said? Oh, Holly Dalton was, yes, an art friend of ours. And she was a mod to a lot of the gals, several gals that have a channel. And a very talented lady, very quiet and shy about her talent. A great mom and wife. and a dear friend. Never met her in person. We had hoped to do that, but she passed suddenly in February of this year, and she was only 56. Yeah, that's been a tough one for me, guys. All right, so I'm just going to put a little hot glue. Okay, so I've got my butterfly on that side. I think that's enough. And I think this will be enough here. So the only thing I have to do, now of course I can think about Velcro or something. But then if you're going to be in and out, I'm going to store stuff in the pocket. Oh really, Ange? Yeah, a youngin'. Yeah. Okay. So that's my flip side. Now this side I haven't done anything to yet because I'm going to put fragile, do not drop. And I might just end up putting that on that way so and not fuss a lot about it. Let me grab some book pages. I can't talk about it anymore. I'm on the edge. Woo. Can't talk about it not too much more today. Okay, book pages. These are probably not going to be the right size. I think I have pages here. That'll at least give you an idea. See, I've got things stashed everywhere and journals partially started and signatures put together, waiting to become a journal. This one, I'm going to just take this just to give you an idea. So I'll have a, or whoever will have a signature. What do I have going on here? So at the beginning of the stream, if you weren't here, and I felt like making some pockets this afternoon. But sometimes when we make envelopes, and sometimes when we make them or we find them or you do some with some really pretty paper, both sides are nice, right? And instead of gluing it down or using the envelope as a piece that can come out of your journal, which you could do those too. I just thought, sometime you might want to use them and be able to see both sides. So this was my idea, to make a couple of envelopes that work together for a project or whatever you're working on. Attach them together with a piece of fabric. Now I could come back and stitch if I wanted to. You could stamp on your fabric or have a decorative fabric. But the idea is, this is the twist that I was talking about. You would have your journal, a signature, and then add in your little envelope twist, and then another signature. Now, you have to use your imagination. But see, then you could see both sides of your pocket. So that's it. That's what I had in my mind. I had to get it out of my mind. Had to get it out of my brain. So I'm still got to fuss around with that one. But I think I'm going to go get some lunch. Thanks for staying with me and hanging out this afternoon. I appreciate that so very much. And to the replayers, I appreciate you watching. And if you think about it, if you haven't subbed to my channel, I would appreciate that so very much. And let's see, it's Wednesday. It's 2:45 here on the East Coast. So I think Shauna may be coming on. I think she comes on around 4 Eastern time. And thanks, Judy. And then this evening is Rosemary. And I think she comes on around, I'm going to say around 7 or 8 Eastern. So everyone take care. Thanks for stopping in. I want to thank Barb, who was here earlier at Mods for me. And I'll see you all real soon. Maybe tonight at Rosemary's. I'm not sure. My team, I think, is playing baseball. I don't know how much I could. Oh, right. Thanks, Ange. It's the beginning of another month. Oh my gosh, June 1st. Can you all stand it? Yes. The virtual market is on this weekend. And so you want to get yourself over to Keisha's Creations and hang out with us there. It's always a good time. And yeah, hugs to everybody. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks so very much for joining me again. Take care. And as I say, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye-bye.